depending on when I upload this or when you guys watch this, Halloween is either here, has been, or is right around the corner. Also, depending on when I upload this, I just uploaded a video where the whole goal of that video was to meet Matthew Lillard. You put Halloween and Matthew together, what do you get? A two-part cooking show produced by Blumhouse called Killer Cakes, hosted by the legend Matthew Lillard. So since there's only 2 episodes of this Killer Cakes on Prime Video, let's talk about both episodes and see who came out on top of this cake competition. Episode 1. The contestants enter a murderer's hideout set location.
Whoa. It's like walking in a movie set.
I mean, this does not look like a cake baking competition.
I don't know. I don't watch horror movies. I only watch this because it's Matthew Lillard and it's cake baking competition. Because I do like cake baking competitions. I do somewhat enjoy that. Is it cake? No, not is it cake. That one's the dumb one. It's like it's another cake making competition on Netflix that this is amazing cake and the people make it terribly. I don't know what it's called anymore, but I used to watch it and I liked it. Then a chainsaw maniac comes in and cuts the cake.
Oh my god.
He pulls off his mask to be Matthew. And he gives us the challenge of the episode.
Alright, your first challenge. Each team will make a cake that is their interpretation of a killer from a horror movie. But just like your favorite horror movie trope, these cakes will not die. Each of your cakes must also come alive in front of the judges. And just to make things a little more gruesome, you'll need to create a weapon that the judges will use to kill your cake once and for all. And that means all your cakes have to bleed and ooze.
Which later, you'll see one of these cakes doesn't follow, is not a real killer. We then meet Tom and Ashley, which are the people that will be helping with the amazing special effects.
This is our scare squad, Tom and Ashley, 2 of the hottest special effects artists in the film and television industry today. Their credits include Alien vs. Predator, Exorcist Believer, Five Nights at Freddy's, and Happy Death Day.
We meet the contestants, Dale and Dee. They are making the Slaughterhouse Killer, which is just a pig-wearing killer that gets cut up by a chainsaw. Their special effect is...
The moment we want the saw to spin, we'll spray blood, the jaw to open up.
And their weapon is a meat hook. Amanda and Desiree, they are a limb chest freezer.
And look, we have a box. We have a box. I want to be able to show what I can do.
Which I was fond of them because one of them is from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And they also are a bit interesting because...
I think it's really interesting because we've never worked together before.
I've actually never done horror cakes before. That was all Amanda.
And their special effect is a chest opening and a hand coming out and swaying side to side. And their weapon is a cake axe. And then we meet Mark and Jesse with the Skin Killer. Well, their whole story.
Our serial killer skins people and makes clothing out of it.
Out of the pieces.
Yeah, so I mean, put him in the electric chair. You know, no trial, he's convicted.
Their special effect is electricity spark from the top of the chair. They have bleeding from the nose and the mouth, and hand and leg movement. And then their weapon is a flaying knife. It's like this small little knife that you hold backwards. Chanel and Esther, they have a killer siren. Chanel has a small baking skill. Their special effect,
She's dead. We want her to leap back up. And
So we want like a spring
I
action.
want to spring action.
Okay,
Yeah, I want
okay.
to pop up and just scare the hell out of them. They're
the drama that happens, or the catastrophes that happened through this whole, throughout the episode.
sure it's not going to fall off this time.
A little dark, but it's probably because I had baked them a little bit too thin.
Amanda, you've got to spray this. Even if you just move on. The hand's great. Gotta move on.
Sounds great. Moving on.
Move on.
It's a little time. Just improvise and start painting on colors with a brush.
We don't have time. I need the torso.
Torso. Supervising.
There's a ladder. I need a ladder. Shit. Amanda, you're taller. Jump.
They show off the cakes to the judges. Amanda and Desiree. The negatives.
I think I was waiting for something to pop out. There should have been a bigger surprise, scarier element.
Oh, the devil is really in the details, and as I look into the chest, the walls are wood, like you can still see those. Things just felt unfinished.
Am I supposed to be tasting bourbon? It is a slightly different variety of bourbon.
I did not get any of the bourbon.
And then the positives.
This ice chest is absolutely gorgeous. I love all the shading that you have there, and the way that this blood is dry and here to stay, and I love that.
So this is incredible, right? This is the heart.
And did you hand sculpt this?
I did.
Beautiful work.
Thank you.
Yeah. This sculpting is incredible, but I love the texture of the cake and the coulis. It's a great, sweet little treat.
So, yeah. Now on to Mark and Jesse. The negatives.
Also would have loved to see him suffer a little more. The cake texture's a bit on the rubbery side for me.
The positives.
I'm pretty repulsed at how beautiful this looks. The skins, I can actually sort of envision the person that they came off of.
Her special effects were really cool. That first pop really did scare me. But overall, the cake tastes amazing.
Dill and D. The negatives.
There are some things that didn't quite land for me. I do see some brush strokes, which takes me out of the realism of it. But the teeth are a little wonky. Going to the cake texture, it was a bit dry for me.
The positives.
Love the saw. The saw effect was super cool. How real his head looks, the bitten ear, the guts coming out. I just think this is really creepy and beautiful at the same time.
Overall, this is incredible artwork. I love all the details that you have there. So I love that it looks like the torso is actually like fat. Also, I'm obsessed with these eyeballs. And also, the head is constructed perfectly. Reminds me of Halloween candy. Very nostalgic, so I like that.
Overall, I think it tastes good.
Flavor, yeah.
Yeah, it's got good flavor.
Thank you.
Chanel and Esther. The negatives.
That's him drowning.
Still alive.
There is one element that would have put the icing on the cake for this one. Since it is a siren, I would have loved to hear her song.
She looks like she's in 3 different sizes, right? Right. I would have liked for it to all be one thing instead of different pieces.
Icing on the bottom is quite sweet.
You might have gotten some of the icing that she used to smooth it.
Yeah, that's not really like a fun thing to like serve people.
Right.
I didn't get the pepper.
And the pineapple filling.
Yeah.
It's only one layer. We didn't want to overwhelm your palate with a lot of spice where it was unpleasant.
I guess there's not enough of that filling.
The only positives they got.
I think your design is incredible.
Thank you.
And I love that everything has a specific texture. It looks quite real. One of my favorite things is the drips on the fingers, that water detail. Incredible. Very cool. The special effects were really cool. It's very enjoyable.
So now we get down to the results. The ones with equal positives and negatives are safe. So like Mark and Jesse and Dill and D. But then the ones with more negatives than positives are the ones you should be worrying about if you haven't watched the episode. Because Ice Chest was not finished, and for the other one, the cake was not the best. So Amanda and Desiree go home.
Amanda and Zedra, I'm sorry, you're dead to us.
Chanel and Esther have stayed in there because they actually made a fucking killer. all Amanda and Desiree made was a fucking ice chest. So here is my thoughts on what the judges looked at. One of the main things is what Matthew Lillard said.
It really creeped us out. But all the best parts, the body parts, were hidden inside that piece.
In their story wasn't the best. He was clumsy. He fell into his own ice chest. And the interpretation of their killer, like I just said, was a clutch. And like you couldn't I couldn't visualize, or like you can't visualize what the killer looked like before he fell in. Like, that's so dumb. And their weapon didn't even kill the killer. All it was used to do was open the ice chest. And also, they never worked together. So there's like clues in their interview that you can pick up on that you can see as a downfall for their team. So yeah, that's Killer Cakes. Oh, what's that? You want to hear about episode 2? And who won the whole thing? Well, I don't want to spoil the whole thing, mainly because I haven't even seen episode 2 yet. I just want you guys to go watch it. I just want to get more people to go watch it. It's probably not a lot, but it's probably some. So go watch it. It's on Prime Video. Anyway, check out the last time I talked about a show or shows, which was Just Roll With It and Walk the Prank. And then click over here for my latest video. And then subscribe so you don't miss out on the next time I talk about a weird show that I want to talk about. I saw no one was talking about this show, so I was like, let's hop on this bandwagon. Peace.